Jesus raises Lazarus from the dead. In the village of Bethany, Martha, her sister Mary, and their brother Lazarus lived together. Jesus was very close to them and often visited their home, sharing joyful times with them. After knowing Jesus, their days were filled with happiness. One day, however, a great trial came upon their household. While Jesus was far away, Lazarus suddenly became gravely ill.
Martha, Mary, I feel so very sick today.
Sister, have you sent word to Jesus that our brother is seriously ill?
Yes, Mary, I've sent the message. By now, the Lord must have received it and is surely on his way. Hang in there, brother. The Lord will come and heal you.
Lord, the one you love, Lazarus, is sick and near death.
This sickness will not end in death. It is for God's glory, so that God's Son may be glorified through it.
Even after receiving the news, Jesus stayed where he was for 2 more days. Finally, he said to his disciples,
Our friend Lazarus has fallen asleep, but I am going there to wake him up.
Lord, if he sleeps, he will recover.
Jesus had been speaking of Lazarus's death, but the disciples thought he meant natural sleep. So Jesus clarified,
Lazarus is dead. For your sake, I am glad I was not there, so that you may believe. Let us go to him.
When Jesus arrived at the entrance of Bethany, Martha came out to meet him with sorrowful words.
Lord, if you had been here, my brother would not have died. But even now, I know that God will give you whatever you ask.
Your brother will rise again.
I know he will rise again in the resurrection at the last day.
I am the resurrection and the life. Whoever believes in me will live, even though they die, and whoever lives by believing in me will never die. Do you believe this?
Yes, Lord, I believe that you are the Messiah, the Son of God, who is to come into the world.
Martha then went to Mary and told her,
The teacher is here and is asking for you.
Mary quickly went to Jesus and fell at his feet, saying,
Lord, if you had been here, my brother would not have died.
Jesus saw Mary and the people with her weeping, and he was deeply moved. Tears filled his eyes as he asked,
Where have you laid him?
Come and see, Lord.
As Jesus approached the tomb, some people whispered,
See how much he loved him.
Could not he who opened the eyes of the blind have kept Lazarus from dying?
Jesus went to the tomb and said,
Take away the stone.
But Lord, by now there is a bad odor, for he has been dead for 4 days.
Did I not tell you that if you believe, you will see the glory of God? Father, I thank you that you have heard me. I know that you always hear me. But I said this for the benefit of the people standing here, that they may believe you sent me.
Then he called out in a loud voice,
Lazarus, come out!
Lazarus came out, his hands and feet still wrapped in burial cloths.
Take off the grave clothes and let him go.
Lazarus was alive again, and joy returned to Martha and Mary. Many people who witnessed this miracle believed in Jesus. Children, today's story is about Jesus raising Lazarus from the dead. Even though Jesus delayed coming to Lazarus, it was to strengthen the faith of his disciples, Lazarus' family, and the people around them. Similarly, when our prayers are not answered immediately, Jesus may be waiting for the perfect time. He is with us in our sorrows and hears our cries. So always trust and wait patiently. Now repeat after Jesus' words.
Lazarus, come out!
John chapter 11 verse 43. Great job. See you next week. Goodbye.